Have you ever gone to the doctor? You felt bloated. You have been feeling tired, fatigued. Things just aren't feeling completely right. You run labs and everything just looks so normal. There doesn't seem to be a problem to fix. Now, of course, you're happy to go, oh, it's nothing serious. There's no real issue, but you're living with feelings of bloating every single time you eat. You're living with very painful periods. You are living with just feeling completely out of whack and not understanding completely why. Well, I'm here to start a series with you guys talking about when everything looks normal, but you still feel off. Honestly, this is one of the biggest frustrations that I hear from a lot of people. They know that something is off. They know that something has shifted in their body. Something is not feeling normal. However, when they go to the doctor, everything comes back normal. They cannot find anything in imaging, and they just know that something doesn't feel right, and they just are looking for answers. Let's be very correct about one thing. Normal labs are a great thing. They are an indication that you are not sick. We do not ignore normal labs, and we do not throw away conventional medicine. This is very much an integrative process of how do we bring in conventional medicine with more holistic and naturopathic approach to medicine. Different lab ranges are important because they help us to identify different patterns of diseases, deficiencies, inflammation, and anemia, diabetes, thyroid disorders, liver issues, kidney dysfunction, and so on and so forth. So labs are very important. They are a key piece of data that we use in order to try and figure out what's going on. Now, there is a huge difference between normal and optimal ranges when we're looking at labs. Normal lab ranges are meant to tell you whether or not you are sick past the population point. So we're looking at a huge population of people, and we're looking to see whether or not your numbers fit into the healthy part of the population. However, we're such a diverse group of people. Your numbers could be normal for the population. However, they could be abnormal specific to you. And so we're looking less at just normal ranges. We're looking at what we call optimal ranges. So we're not just looking to see, are you sick enough for us to identify it? But what we're looking for is to see whether or not you are actually in optimal health. Are these numbers specific to you, saying that you are exactly where you need to be, you're healthy, you are doing exactly what needs to be done? Now, your vitamin D levels might still be somewhat normal or just slightly low. However, vitamin D is so essential in so many different parts of your body that even a small amount difference can have drastic functions in affecting everything from your digestion to your sleep to your ability to metabolize different nutrients in your body. But you can still be labeled as healthy even though you're feeling very much off and your numbers aren't optimal. And we can see that vitamin D helps with things. Vitamin D is very important for nerve signaling. Vitamin D is important for your immune function. Vitamin D helps with everything from bone health to metabolism to being able to do things like absorbing your calcium, muscle movement, nerve communication, and your immune system is very important. Iron is another example of when it is low normal, it might not necessarily categorize you as anemic. However, iron is so important. It brings energy to all the cells in your body. It helps with bringing oxygen to create energy all throughout the body. And so if you are feeling tired, fatigued, cold, foggy, these might be signs that you have low iron, even though your labs say that your iron levels are normal. Symptoms are important as well. They are an important data point in helping to understand what's going on in the big picture. Fatigue is data, bloating is data, brain fog is data, painful periods is data, poor sleep is data. It's all information that's helping to understand what might actually be going on. Now, it doesn't mean that you're in danger, but what it can mean is that your body's trying to tell you something. Your body is communicating with you. And if you're listening, you can hear just a slight whisper of, hey, something is not right. before it goes extreme and starts to yell and scream, hey, something isn't right here, and now you're affected. So sometimes you need to listen to the whispers because they're telling you something about yourself. So when everything feels normal and you still feel off, the question that you should not be asking yourself is, am I making this up? No. A better question should be, what is my body trying to tell me? Maybe we need to look at patterns over time. Maybe we need to look at nutrient status. Maybe we need to look at thyroid function. Maybe we need to look at blood sugar, vitamin D levels, stress, digestion, inflammation. These are all such important data points. And a lot of them can be caught very early based off of symptoms if you're able to listen to your body and hear what it's trying to communicate. Your body does not work in separate boxes. Everything is connected and everything works with one another. So if you're feeling off, your job is not to panic. Your job is to get more curious, to ask more questions, to probe and check everything out. Look at your labs over time. What was the last time you had labs done? And what did it say then? It's very important that you're looking and comparing yourself to you over time. So here are 3 things that I recommend you do if you are feeling like things are off but your labs are normal. 1, ask for a copy of your labs. A lot of lab companies now, you can log on to their websites and create your own account so that you can pull up your lab work from the most recent to ones that are in the past. I think it's still very important to have a copy of your labs. That way they're easily able to be pulled up if you're at the doctor's office, and it gives you so much information about yourself. It's more than just everything looks normal. We want to actually know what the numbers are so that we can actually compare, because the normal range is actually pretty wide for a lot of the lab ranges and lab results. Number 2, I want you to track your symptom patterns over at least 2 weeks. Now, I'm not telling you to become obsessive and to track every little thing down. However, I am saying that you need to take a look and explore your own body, and don't just wait until you're in front of the doctor to then go, I think this makes it better and I think this makes it worse. If you have a journal and you've written down, I felt this on Tuesday and I didn't feel it again until Friday, and what time did it happen, and this is what happened before and this is what happened after, and start to notice maybe there's a pattern here. Oh, this happens maybe after I eat this, or this happens on mornings after I've had a long work day. All of these are just important information, and you can just write a little note to yourself about them. And third, number 3, I want you to ask better questions. Instead of asking, is this normal? Or am I making this up? Ask questions that are more curious. Why do you think it's happening? Why do you think I'm feeling this way? Is this healthy for me based off of my symptoms, my health goals, and my history? So if your labs are normal, but you feel off, please do not dismiss yourself. Your body is not broken. It just needs better support. It needs someone who can hear its whispers and understand what might be going on, and also give you enough information so that you begin to learn how to interpret what your body is telling you yourself. This is a health journey, and I'm so excited to be a part of the journey with you. At Doctor's Alternative, we are not chasing perfect, but we are aiming to help you get better.